Any other answers? Option D. Okay. So the entire passage goes on to give you that sense. Also, you have evidence in the lines here. Come to question number 8. Which of the following words is most nearly the same in meaning as words on hand as used in the passage? Practical, available, option D. Okay. Useful, knowledgeable. So the word here is hands on and not on hand. Hands on is usually what kind of knowledge? Option B. Available? No. No. Hands on experience is something that you learn through doing. So it will be practical. That is correct. Option A is correct for question number 8. Come to question number 9. Man-animal confrontation, according to the passage, leads to option A, killing of tigers by man. Okay, any other answers? I think option D is correct. Let's go and see which one we find evidence for. So here you have what it says. The result is unsatisfactory tourist experience, opportunity to impart conversational values lost, overwork, pressurized, and confused wildlife staff, and occasional man-animal confrontation, crises such as man killing by tigers. So the crisis that they're talking about is man killing by tigers, and that is not the end result that we're talking about. So then we talk about the ecosystem that's being battered by humans. So you have to also take context of the lines that follow. So if the passage goes on to reiterate a particular point, then you'll take that into. So option B is correct for this one, as it leads to the destruction of mutual bond, and then we talk about how, like, where we talked about how it destroys the ecosystem. So ecosystem is the mutual bond that we are talking about, wherein both of humans and animals are supposed to live together. Okay, come to this one. What, according to the author, is the main reason for the near collapse of capacity of the ecosystem of wildlife refuges? That's given in the starting of the passage. Option D. Option D is correct for this one. Absence of adequate infrastructure. The passage goes on to say that quite directly here. But serious infrastructural shortcomings have brought us precariously close to a breakdown. So option D is correct. I'm sorry. Uh, Come to question number 11th. Which of the following words is most nearly the same in meaning as the word detritus as used in the passage? Answers? Here in the passage, the word has been used. Who leave the refuge no wiser than when they came in, leaving behind for a good measure of the detritus of their presence. Option B. Disposals. Option B, disposals, is correct. No, wait. Usually it is. In this case, detritus would be disposals, but usually when you refer to detritus in other uh, sentences, it might mean gravel or sand as well. So you have to always look at the context it has been used in. So after that, we see that the passage has mentioned the plastic bottles, cigarette packets, plastic bags, etc. Okay. Last passage, last question. Which of the following words is most nearly same in meaning as the words? Okay, it's the same question. All right. For this passage, only 11 questions. And with this, we are done with this passage. If you want, I can give you an exercise to do on your own and we can discuss because we've been. Deepti to Ivan? No, ma'am. I didn't get that, Deepti.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
hands on is different to on hand, no, ma'am.
What?
The last question is hands on.
Yeah. That was the first question too, but we changed it.
Before one was on hands.
Yeah, but like, is there a word which is hands-on there in the passage? Is hands-on given? I could find on hand, hands-on, but like I couldn't find on hand.
I found, ma'am.
Where is it?
In
Okay, wait, let me.
10th line, ma'am, from starting. 11th line. Hands on method of.
Okay, hands-on method of that is the one we were talking about, right? So we've done hands-on, but you couldn't find on hand. That's what I'm saying. Is there
On
any?
hand was down, ma'am.
Where is it? Mm,
Person on hand to answer.
Person on hand to answer.
The queries of visitors. The written and audiovisual exhibits supplemented by free or priced literature and a person on hand to answer the queries of visitors.
Okay. So, person on hand is the person available, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, you want me to put that question back in? This was hands on, that was on hand. So, I'll have to make this that. And then the options will change. Okay. In that case, the correct option for this would be option B, which is available because we've changed the question. And then when we come to hands on, as used in the passage, then we'll go with option A, practical, which is hands on is something that you learn through experience or learn by doing. On hand is something like on hand is, you say task on hand. So, or like something that you are currently working on, or the person who is available at that time in this case. Vriti, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to this passage. So one thing we could do is you can solve them on the like on your own and then we can discuss, or we can discuss it like other questions. We can try to solve them in the class. Which would you prefer? Because I think we've done a couple of them in the class, so I would like to see if you're able to do them on your own. Can we try this? So guys, I'll give you right now it's 15:17. I'll give you time till 15:27 to solve as many questions as you can from this passage, this particular one. So this is on the app. Sir has uploaded it. You can find it there. And I'll also share it with you in the chat box. No, you have to do it right now, the passage, and I'll just discuss the answers with you so that we see if you're getting them correct or not. If most of the people are able to solve them. Otherwise, we'll have to take up more passages of similar kind. Or we can move on to the next set of passages. Okay, I've shared it in the chat box also, and you can take it from the app as well. Just a moment. Are you able to solve the questions? Are you finding this difficult? A bit difficult. Okay. All right. We'll practice some more passages. That's okay. Let's try to solve this on our own. We'll discuss it afterwards. We can discuss all the answers like we did for other passages. Are you saying something? You're done. Okay. Deepthi says done. Or what? Are you guys done or are you still doing it? Because I got confused when someone said something just now. Should we discuss? Or do you need another couple minutes? Reading is done. Okay. Okay, try to solve the questions and take another 2-3 minutes. Then we'll solve them together. Okay, so come to the first question. The first question says, according to the passage, impartiality will not survive if your options are it is based on voluntary renunciation, it is achieved by resorting to physical forces, underprivileged people learn to love and are not involved in its establishment. And option D, people's outlook towards it is not radically changed, or none of these. Could you find evidence for either of them? Option E, none of these. Any other answer? Option E. What do you think should be the correct answer? Anyone? So the correct answer should probably be if this wasn't here. But that's why we'll go with option E. Yeah, there is no evidence given for any of these in the passage. But you can get a certain sense of this particular one without not. When the outlook is radically changed, then impartiality won't survive. But that is also not given, so none of these. Come to question number 2. According to the passage, why does man value his belongings other than his life? Option C. Establishment of an eagle. Option C. Establishment of an egalitarian society.
Question 2.
Okay. My bad. Only his possessions help him earn love and respect from his descendants. But is that why he values his belongings other than his life? Let's go back to the passage. Where do you find evidence for that particular one? Okay, where he says option C. Option D. Radically changing the mind and attitude of men toward truth and. No, this was. Okay. Ninth line. How do you guys read lines? Like, I don't. Okay, this one.
Experience shows that line.
Yeah, this one, this one.
Experience shows.
Man values his possession. A new order can be. This one also is supporting it, no? Have nots. A new order cannot be proven without fundamentally changing the mind and attitude of men towards property, and at other stage, the haves have to yield place to have nots. I think it should be option C for this one because, like, it's all been mentioned, but this is not the direct reason. So he wasn't able to establish this, no, through it. If we look at this, we have seen in our time attempts to achieve a kind of egalitarian society and the picture of it after it was achieved. But this was done by and large through the use of.
Ma'am, question two, na?
I'm so sorry. I have been on medication. I must get like I'm getting confused. We're doing question two even now. All right.
Ma'am, consider option D.
Option D is through his possession he can preserve his name even after his death. But that is not correct. A new order cannot be proven without fundamentally changing the mind attitude of men. Experience shows man values his possession more than his life because in former he sees means for perpetuation and survival of his descendants. It's not talking about his name. Okay. Through his possession, he can preserve his name. That does make a little sense. But if you look at the passage, it's directly talking about his descendant's name and not his. And also, the other part mentions the descendants is this one. So both of these options have half parts of the correct fact. So we cannot go with either of them.